Well, we done started.
Oh, we're on air?
Sure are.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to this live stream of Bits and Tokens. Hope you guys had a wonderful Sunday. Sunday's been good to me. I hope it's been good to you. Personally, just to kind of give you guys a little stream of my Sunday, I've been watching Game of Thrones all day. It's my first time around, so it's super exciting. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, make sure to reach out to us in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Now, on this wonderful Sunday, I want to say evening, but technically it's night. Sunday night. It's almost 10 o'clock here over on our Eastern time here on the Florida coast. We had a few stories I wanted to bring up with you guys. Tonight I'll be having a nice cup of hot chocolate. Tim will be having his usual Kentucky beer, but just wanted to take this time to navigate you guys to bitsandtokens.com real quick. I always like to give the first few minutes of the show just to kind of get everyone familiarized with what we do, who we are, and why we're here. So we are Bits and Tokens, and this is bitsandtokens.com. Why we're here, we want to spread adoption, and we want to get other people familiarized with adoption, with what cryptocurrency, blockchain, and all that space is. And who are we? Well, I'm Annalise, your host, and this is also your host, Tim, or as I like to call him, the Bitcoin Weather A Man. There we are. There's our crew. There's Timothy, me, and our pooper, that pooper Trunks. He's the office pooch. We also have a segment for latest news. We have support, videos, blogs, charts. You can find everything here on our website. It's kind of like a go stop. Go shop. What is it?
One stop shop.
There we go. It's a one-stop shop for just about all your crypto needs. We even have some gear. We have cool gear that we try to throw out there for you guys, such as phone cases. That's Tim Gott's going there. We have some shirts, even some Bit Squad gear, just to kind of, support the cause. So just check out our website, bitsandtokens.com, for all your crypto needs.
All right. Well, that first story that we're going to go over about Kick.
Ooh, yes.
Kick is the messaging service. They had their super private ICO or whatever.
Yes. Kick is the messaging app, as many people may know them as. Way back when, Kick was that was a middle school, high school thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's when that really took off and everyone was on Kick. I don't know, after high school, after group chats stopped being
that was
thing.
old.
Because WhatsApp kind of took over.
Sure did.
WhatsApp took over, so it was
It's honestly, I would say it's between WhatsApp and Telegram.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that use Telegram.
Well, I mean, Telegram, I know mostly for company usages, but Kick got faded out. Kick's faded out.
Regardless, yeah. So.
Anyways, so behind this story, so for those of you who know Kick, they had a super private ICO, kind of like Tim had mentioned, and they are getting sued by the SEC over being a security token. Now, Kick claims that they're a utility token and not a security token. Reason they're being sued, not because they held a token offering, but because it was unregistered. So that, of course, is illegal. You are supposed to have a security token registered. If you're doing anything that has to do with securities, it has to be registered.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not, there's a problem. So obviously, this is why Kick is facing possible charges and being sued by the SEC, and possibly even jailed for their CEO and facing company fines and things like that. They're saying that they are not a security token and they did not do a security offering. They're claiming to be a utility, and which is how they're trying to, I guess you could say, get away with it or get out of it. Now, whether or not they really are a security or a utility, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know.
I think they have good chances.
Why is that?
So remember when we went to go meet with the guys from Deedcoin?
Right.
It was something the founder was saying. He was saying in order for you to be a utility token and not a security, as soon as you launch the token, there has to be some sort of a product that it's already tied to that's already working.
Right.
As long as you already have that built out when you launch it, it's technically a utility token.
Wait, are they trying to back it up to their app?
It somehow ties into the Kick messaging app, and there's a whole blockchain associated with that. So if they already had a working product, the whole thing of what they're even trying to do is like a little bit, kind of under wraps. There's not like, you don't hear about Kick as often as you hear about a lot of the other blockchain companies.
Yeah, you don't.
But as long as they had something working when it first came out, that you could buy the token and then immediately use it on the service, they're not a security.
Oh, okay. So yeah, maybe that will do them some justice. Yeah, maybe that just might save their behinds.
So
not a bad thought.
Really depends on that, but
yeah, but that's mostly what that whole lawsuit is about. Mostly because they're getting charged by being a security, and they're claiming to be utility. The whole registration process, because registration process is not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy whatsoever. It's a hassle.
A lot of hoops.
Which is why a lot of companies say they're, I'm this kind of token, not this kind of token. Because it's just, even getting, on the right track to be a security, it's a little difficult. Which is why every coin's not a security.
Especially in this space where the SEC is already looking at it as like, hey, this crypto stuff, we don't know about it.
Right.
We're not too fond of this crypto stuff. We want to, keep it under our thumbs. So
right, yeah, but I mean, even according to the FCA, their crypto asset definitions, Kick is by far not qualified as a security token in the UK. So their chances, like you said, of them possibly getting out of it, if they don't qualify for a security token in one nation, chances are they're not going to qualify to be a security token in another nation.
Right.
Chances are the lawsuit's probably not going to fall through. Right. So they may have just gotten onto this one, but hey, we'll see. We'll keep in touch with this story. That was a story that was written by the Wall Street Journal, which, guys, I don't want to pay to read your story.
I sure don't.
Let me just see them.
I sure don't.
But anyways,
just put an advertisement or two on the side. You'll be fine. Like, you don't need me to.
I think they have advertisements.
So then you pay and you get advertisements? Unbelievable.
I don't know.
What is this, Hulu?
Hulu.
That's crazy. That's great. That's why I don't have Hulu, because you pay and then you still get to watch ads anyway. That's crazy.
Yay. So what else we got going on here in our Crypto Sunday? This is.
So I'm reading a story right now about 25 crypto networks that are vulnerable to a fake stake attack.
Fake stake? Like
so
not real stake?
What? So it's like proof of stake,
Okay.
And so apparently more than 24 proof of stake cryptocurrency networks are vulnerable to what has been dubbed a fake stake attack. The vulnerability allows a node with a very small stake to overwhelm competing nodes with false data and essentially crash them. Once those competing nodes are gone, the attacking node can have a majority of stake in the crypto network, enabling it to conduct a 51% attack as the only validating node. I'm hoping that any of the coins that might be affected by this, we're going to pull the story up in a second, but I'm hoping any of the coins that might be affected by this are able to do something to mitigate those type of attacks, because it seems like it's something that, like, it was simple to think up, it should be simple to fix, like kind of one of those. So pull that story up here real quick, and I got that from CCN, Crypto Coin News or Cryptocurrency News. And yeah, so here's a video of someone explaining what proof of stake is for people who may not know. It basically is like voting power instead of mining power. Like, the more of a coin that you have, the more power you have on the network. So let's see here.
Oh, speaking of let's see here, real quick, just gonna throw this out there. So I had talked about the Samsung thing last week about the phone.
Yeah.
Samsung renounced all rumors regarding blockchain and anything that had to do with blockchain in their phone. Kind of sad about that.
However, I mean, they did file patents for those things.
But
so eventually it will come to a most likely a Galaxy phone, but It might not be the S10.
Maybe.
It might be though.
It was. I don't know if they renounced it because they're like, oh man, like that's not what wanted to get out, or if they renounced it because it's not true, or they renounced it because they don't got nothing. Period. But yeah, anything about their phone being able to support any storage of coins or anything like that was renounced. Makes me a little sad. But we'll see. We'll come February 20th when I think is their unpackaged 10th anniversary launch. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. So reading on in the story a little bit. So it was the Decentralized Systems Lab at the University of Illinois that uncovered the attack while they were researching some different code bases. Interestingly enough, all of the coins affected had begun with a Bitcoin code base and then dropped in proof of stake as an alternative to Bitcoin's proof of work. So it's something about the way Bitcoin is written, not for POS, and then just dropping POS in there, is causing this vulnerability. So apparently Purecoin was the first one to do that, and a lot of proof of stake coins out there are forks of Purecoin. So they're all kind of vulnerable. Let's see here. So they were able to find these vulnerabilities because the proof of stake version 3 implementations do not adequately validate network data before committing precious resources like disk and RAM. And the consequence is that an attacker without much stake, in some cases none at all, can cause a victim node to crash by filling up its disk or RAM with bogus data. And so it says all currencies that are based on the UTXO and longest chain of proof stake model are vulnerable to these fake stake attacks. So that's pretty interesting. I was honestly hoping it would give a list of all of the different coins. So it looks like Qtum, Emercoin, Particle, and Navcoin were vulnerable to that, but they've implemented fixes for at least part of that vulnerability. So that's pretty cool.
I see. Interesting. That is different. But, I mean, I guess everybody watch out for those fake stakes. Don't want to get caught up in that. Real stakes only.
Real stakes only.
So have you heard of, I'm sure you heard of Tron. Remember Tron?
Do I remember Tron?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember Tron.
So Tron was, if I'm not mistaken, it was on a run recently. It was like surging. They had some news that was coming up.
Yeah, they're gonna talk about. I think it's the BitTorrent token.
Yes.
Because they did purchase BitTorrent recently.
Yes, they did purchase BitTorrent. And they kind of hinted that they were gonna have a BTT token.
Mm-hmm.
So that's coming. And a lot of people are pretty psyched about that because they're thinking that's another huge kind of like adoption move forward step kind of thing.
So it definitely is. I just don't know. Because I use BitTorrent. I don't know how that's going to affect torrenting files in the future. And hopefully it doesn't.
So if you were to, I guess, humor the subject, what would be your outtake on that?
Well, I'm just going to look up the story that you're reading.
My story is going to be on Crypto Potato.
Oh, shout out Crypto Potato. They have a cute little
they have a cute potato.
icon.
I like the potato.
Crypto Potato.
But yeah, so I mean, regarding that, I hope that they keep, how do I say this? I like the way the torrent works now. I don't know how it's gonna change with this BTT coin.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it doesn't change. If it does change, if it improves, that's cool. There's always room for improvement, but man, Tron has it. I don't think, like, what product has Tron really pushed forth? I'm sitting here thinking of, like, what can I think of that's been like super duper.
There's been a lot of dApps that have been developed on the Tron mainnet. Like there's a lot of their transaction volume is supposedly exceeding Ethereum's. So
yeah, I read about that.
They're doing a lot, and their transaction speed is like super quick.
I'm kind of waiting because right now and it's like you see Tron and you see Ethereum and it's just like, yeah, there's so much transactions. There's this, that, and the third, and I'm just like, well, My transactions cost more than 30 cents that I invested way back when. I'll wait. Just waiting.
So I don't know why we're here on this page. Hold up. Wait a
Bitcoin for
minute.
beginners. Wrong page.
Was this the article you're looking at? Is crypto adoption finally here?
Yeah, it's gonna be in there. It's gonna talk about how there was an interview recently that was held, and there you can see the crypto potato. Look at the crypto potato. It's actually kind of cute.
He's a little cutie.
Essentially, what that's gonna explain is it's kind of gonna talk about his vision, what he wants to see with BitTorrent and Tron.
Oh, cool. So he is going to explain what the future is looking like.
Yeah.
And this is to be, this is something that they're going to announce tomorrow, you said?
I don't know when they're doing a full announcement. It's kind of just was hinted, I guess, during the interview.
Did they do the announcement of an announcement again?
I don't.
Oh,
it wasn't an announcement. It's just something that was hinted, mentioned. I guess you could say, like, Crypto Potato went to go ahead, ask a question, and based off what he found, he kind of like nudged, I guess. Yeah, there was some nudged information in there, kind of like Apollo nudges some information. Nudge information. Nudge.
Apollo.
Yeah, we still have to kind of do like follow-ups with them.
Here's the thing.
I've been hearing
from what I found just so far.
Back and forths.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's been a lot of back and forths. I'm gonna have to, like we said, we were gonna talk with the I think it was the community manager who did the outreach, but I don't know. I'm not. So here's the thing. There's been a lot of fun, but because the thing is, the amount of volume that I see, like they had a little run today. They hit a low of like 900, and they had a high. They were at a run at 1400 when I saw last. So they have their good streaks in terms of actually making gains. Only concern is the things that I'm hearing. And the things that I'm researching from what I'm hearing, and I'm not.
It's the things that I'm finding.
It's
that
one
are
of those
making
50-50, and it's not so much I'm like hearing it and I'm not doing research. It's just like I'm hearing it, doing research, looking, and then plus what you're saying, and then what we're looking at. I'm just like, okay, well, I don't know. We gotta look at it.
I'm not much of a programmer at all, so for me, it's a lot of like researching, like looking through their code, respectively, side by side.
Right.
Finding things that are different and things that are the same, and then having to go figure out what that specific line of code actually does.
Right.
Fun way to learn. It's a fun way to learn. But it's kind of like if you were trying to look at like two different ancient texts or something, and they're just like written in these languages that you don't know.
Ancient text.
And you're just trying to see like, okay, did this civilization copy from this civilization? Like we gotta, go on ancient Google and figure it out.
That is so funny. Ancient Google.
So it's something like that. So anyways,
this is some tasty hot chocolate out of this pig here.
It is.
It is tasty. I love tasty hot chocolate.
Looks like we got our friend that called in last time, and we got Cheryl in the chat. That's pretty nifty.
Hello. Ooh, Robinhood. I know you don't like Robinhood for trading purposes. However,
Robinhood doesn't like you for trading purposes. I have proof.
They got a crypto license in New York, so now you can use.
They have a bit license.
Yes, they got their crypto license in New York. So now if you're in New York and you like Robinhood,
that's cool.
You can now use Robinhood to purchase your cryptocurrency whenever that gets up and running. They used to have 8 states. They're slowly but surely expanding. I'm not sure how much they're up to right now, but New York is now added onto that list of states where you can now utilize Robinhood to buy and trade your crypto. Now, there's limited crypto on there you can buy and trade. The functionality of a full exchange is not on Robinhood. I will, give you that heads up. Robinhood is very limited. They just got candles the other day, like just to give you a hint. Like literally, you can't really do limits like that. Can you do? You can do a limit or a limit sell. It's just I don't know. It's
Who
not
knows?
my top.
Who knows if the crypto's even really there?
Well, yeah, they're custodial. They're basically a custodian for your cryptocurrency. So it's
So
not
they
that you owe
say.
and you buy your cryptocurrency. It's that they hold on to the cryptocurrency and you're buying it. Now,
So
I'm
they
sure you
say.
guys are aware of that thing that happened when we did the run on the exchanges the other day, where some exchanges didn't
Can't
really
make a
have
can't make a
all
run on Robinhood.
the money that they claim they have. So that is one thing. So I mean, I can't say whether or not they don't have, whether they do or don't. If they do a run on Robinhood, I don't know how that would work.
You can't, because you can't remove you can't take it out and put it somewhere where you hold the private keys. There's nothing you can do about it. If you trade on Robinhood, that's it.
I mean, I guess everyone could just sell at the same time. That's really about it. So, I mean, anyways.
That's like me saying like, oh, I have crypto, like I'm the custodian, you guys can just trade, and then I'm just there making money off the transaction fees, like, and then when you go to sell, all it does is go back into the custodial wallet. Like, you never have access to it. How would you even know if it was ever there to begin with? That's crazy. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like Rochambeau, but
It's not even.
I don't know.
It's not even like a nice, easy, beautiful platform to use. Like, it just looks visually cool, but like it's not even that cool. Like, I don't know why people use it. It's crazy. Can't do it. Can't do it. No.
Can't do it. I can't do it. No. Anywho.
So this story basically is just saying that it was Robinhood and another company called LibertyX that recently got their bit license. So
Right.
that's pretty cool.
LibertyX not very known, but they're getting into it.
So I mean, this story could have been a meme, honestly. There's not really a whole lot of information packed into here. It's just saying that LibertyX does ATMs. So that's pretty cool, because I know NYC hasn't had ATMs or BTMs, whatever you prefer to call them, for a while. And then it's explaining what a bit license is, which is simply a business license that was first introduced in 2015 that allows holders to handle cryptocurrency under the regulatory guidelines set by the state. So,
Wait, have you heard of John McAfee fleeing the state?
oh yeah, and then his team said that they don't know if it's real or whatever, because he just does stuff like that sometimes.
What? What do you mean?
Yeah.
He just flees the U.S.?
He says that they're trying to get him.
Who?
Them.
Who is
I
them?
don't know.
Who's what?
They are. I don't know, man.
Who is they? I have to Google this. This is crazy.
Yeah, he sure
what?
did. He fled the states. He flewed.
Okay.
He flewed.
Who's trying to get him? Flees the U.S. That's crazy. Oh man, does he know something I don't know? Accused of murder. Okay, that's old.
Yeah, no, that's old, but he certainly was accused of murder like at least one time. I don't know how that
How are
dead
you just
body got
accused
chopped
of
up.
murder?
He's wildin'. All right, so I pulled up a story here from Bitcoin.com, which, I mean, it's Bitcoin.com, not .org, so take it, how you're going to take it.
For tax evasion.
Yeah, I mean, all those...
He flees the IRS. Wait a second. What's going on? Hold on.
He
Wait
figured,
a
look,
second.
listen,
Scratch my head.
it makes so much sense now while they're all shut down. He just boogies. Catch me if you can, suckers.
Oh my gosh. Wait, so he left the United States so he doesn't have to pay his taxes? Is that what this is?
Yeah, because all them crypto companies that paid him in crypto or whatever. And he's just like, nah, I ain't paying no taxes on that, boy.
Oh no. Oh man. Wait, but what if he comes
pay no
can
taxes.
he come back? Hold on. What's going on here? Wait. Oh man. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, but
His
that
face
gives me a
is
red
good
flag.
in a lot of other countries, though.
That just gives me a right when you say it like that, especially since he's the chairman of Apollo, it doesn't sound good at all.
Remember when I told you the other day when we were talking about it, how you were like, oh no, it's cool because John McAfee backs them or whatever, and then I explained to you that like he'll back anything for enough cheeseburgers. Like,
I mean, I guess, but he like, is he really this sleazy? Like, is John McAfee really a sleazy guy?
Oh yeah, what? Yeah, of course.
He fled to Belize.
And listen, Mr. Mac, no disrespect, you know what I'm saying? Because some parts of you are super cool, but, you're just a little crazy, my guy. I need you to settle down a bit.
He has, like, guns, like, pictures of him posting up with, like, guns like this and up to his head. Like, is he okay?
I mean, he was on Twitter the other day, not the other day, it was like a few months ago, actually, where he was, like, practicing his draw or whatever.
He fled to Belize? Okay, anyways, so... Interesting. Mr. McAfee, I wish you the best. Safe travels. Please.
I'm challenging the agency responsible for fueling our government's madness, the IRS. The IRS will not sit idly by. I know this, but I have prepared my entire life for this battle. I believe him because he's crazy.
He's prepared the entire... He's fighting the IRS.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
So he's fighting the IRS. Really? Like, you fled the country to fight the IRS. I'm confused. Why don't you fight them here?
He's on a boat. he's on a
fighting
boat.
them on the boat?
Oh man.
Oh no. Governments will not be able to collect taxes when everyone is using privacy coins. That is true. I mean, is he gonna put everything in privacy? Like, I don't understand. Like, what is his master scheme?
I guess that's why he backs
Apollo. He's been preparing his entire life. Like, what is this master scheme?
he just lives on a boat. Can you imagine?
I'm baffled.
What if they just what if the boat like capsizes or something? Like, not to try to put that into the universe, but like, what if that's how he goes down? Like, he could have just stayed and, like, been low-key, like, in a basement or something just fine. But he went on a whole boat in the whole ocean. Like, John McAfee's crew found washed up on some island after the boat apparently capsized. John McAfee is still missing.
That sounds fishy. I don't know. That sounds fishy. Man. Oh, no. All right. Well, safe travels, Mr. Mac.
He intends to stay on the boat for 2 years.
2 years? My guy, you're not seasick?
He said that he believes he can obtain enough fuel and has the fishing skills to stick it out for quite some time on the run.
Jesus. This guy's giving me anxiety. This is the funniest thing. He should have his own show.
Have you seen his Twitter?
I have not.
It basically is a show.
Oh, my God.
He's wild.
This sounds wild.
He's wild.
He's gonna stay on a boat. He's fled the U.S. He's gonna stay on his boat.
I mean, you gotta
do this thing.
You gotta give it to him, okay? Because I wouldn't be able to do that. I would just have to go underground somewhere. Like, I couldn't on a whole boat. Like, you're crazy. That's
does he still own?
He's like a pirate.
Does he still own his like company?
Oh, excuse me. So he sold it. So he doesn't do like any of the operations anymore.
Okay, so he sold it. So I was like,
it's
wow.
Still
how does it feel working
name.
for this guy who's fled the United States?
No, it's still not. It's not that it's in his name, but it's obviously still called McAfee or whatever.
Right.
But he gets like a royalty or whatever. He gets like royalties back from it. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Supposedly, the article he was claiming that it's like negative the amount of money that he's getting. So I'm not. I don't even know.
Negative.
Who knows?
How do you get negative money back?
Psh, you tell me.
What? If people buy your product, I don't understand.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not McAfee, so I don't know.
Well, anyways,
if you're just joining, say hello in the chat. If you have anything that you want us to talk about, go ahead and put that in the chat as well. Like, if you saw any cool news stories today that we should know about.
Did you know that Steve Woz apparently sold his Bitcoin at its peak?
Smart. It's pretty smart. Also, if you guys want the number to call in, I will put that in the chat, and then maybe we'll take another caller. We had a caller last time. It was pretty cool.
I could do a caller. I don't mind doing a caller.
So we can definitely have another call in. That's always fun.
Yeah, if you guys have anything interesting, cool traits, tactics, developers,
anyone,
story. If you want to have a story session, that's
anyone.
Cool.
You have a question you want to just ask over the
question you want to ask? Feel free.
Go for it. Hey Pete, thanks for joining us.
Man, Bitcoin's at 34,000. I feel you, Pete. Bitcoin is at 34,000.
3,400.
Apparently, this guy. 34,000.
3,400.
34,
3,400.
34. I like to say 34 and then say
100,
the
because
number
that's the
category.
number.
Well, it's not in the hundreds and thousands. So it's properly pronounced
Well, it isn't.
34,000.
It's not, because that's not 34,000.
I mean 3,400.
Right.
But I like to say 34 and then the number
But
category
you
it falls
can't.
into.
But no one knows that.
I mean, I know that.
But you would have to explain it every single time.
Not every single time.
Literally every single time.
Well, they know now, so I think it's okay.
4 people.
Anyways, so like I was saying, besides I was so really interrupted by my friend here. How did our bits and tokens? Did you put our bits and tokens number in there? That was fast.
I didn't.
Whoa.
And I know it wasn't
I think
you.
our executive producer did. Wasn't supposed to go up there yet, sir.
Jump the gun a little bit, because
it's okay.
now I have to actually open the.
If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, anything you guys want to talk about here on our live stream.
It's super live.
Yeah, you can just drop a comment of anything you want to talk about crypto related. If you are either an investor, trader, developer,
or just a cool person that just wants to say hi.
You.
Honestly.
Anyways, so we were just finishing up talking about John McAfee fleeing the country, and then Steve Wozniak selling his Bitcoin at its peak around 20,000, which is pretty cool. Well, I don't know if that's a real thing. So he says he sold it around that price. I mean, that'd be great. Kudos to you. That's literally nuts if he actually got that, pinpoint top of the charts.
I don't think he got it like at the top, because you really have to be like on it to sell at the top and then not buy back in.
I mean, he has money to have literally as much people watching that as he wants to. So
it's a lot of money. Golly.
I don't know. Maybe he had somebody watching his portfolio. Maybe. Oh, I have no clue. But apparently was a thing. Apparently. There wasn't too much happening this past week for cryptocurrency. Nothing too huge besides that story that I had went over.
Weekends are always slow.
Yeah, week's been slow. Cryptocurrency for the week has been slow. Charts. Let's take a look at the charts. Charts has been down. Like somebody said earlier in the chat, Bitcoin is at 3,400.
Yeah, that's the number.
I think that made my coworker happy here.
It's the number. I mean, I don't make the rules. I just follow them most of the time.
I suppose, but Anyways, so that is. Ooh, it's been slow. I'm not gonna lie, it's been slower than I wanted to, because I remember we were talking about how a lot of companies were pushing things to be announced early 2019, because we thought this was, about the time that things were about to see our positive. We were gonna get out of our disbelief. We were gonna start going into our
Nah, I don't think we're getting to the. You're talking about the emotional market cycle for anyone who doesn't watch us a lot. I don't think we're there yet. I think we're still in.
Where do you think? When will we? Where will we be there? What do you think?
So first of all, let's pull up my literally favorite picture.
Hey, for you out there doing dishes or cleaning your house, I did that too today for a very small amount of time. So I'm with you.
What? Someone in the chat is doing dishes?
Yeah, they were doing dishes. So I was just I did some dishes.
That's very responsible. You got to do your dishes.
It is responsible. I also slept all day and sat in my bed for most of it.
So
Adulting is hard.
I still see a lot of people angry and disagreeing with each other. Like, you see a lot of, this coin's the best, your coin is stupid, blah blah blah, and there's a lot of FUD, and people are getting angry about it, and I still feel like we're in the anger phase of everything. And if you look, that phase is
that's true. I
pretty
can see
long.
I can see
it's a
that.
pretty long phase, and it looks like the chart. Like we thought that this was the bottom, it wasn't the bottom, and now we're all angry about it. Is kind of what's happening.
I could see that.
So once you see people that are like really sad about how angry they are, getting into like, you know, borderline like I'm gonna quit crypto forever. This is it. Like I
I'm
can't.
gonna quit crypto.
You
Don't wanna
know,
do this
once
no
once we
more.
start seeing that, then
That's true.
is when prices are gonna come up. Because the smart money waits for everybody to just get out. You know what I mean? So once we
Yeah,
once we
apparently
get over here
XRP
to
is
that,
at 30 cents. We have a request.
everything's down.
Yeah, everything's down in general. We have a request to look at the Bitcoin having Lothar. I'm gonna butcher this word. I'm gonna have you read it because I'm gonna mess it up.
Logarithmic chart.
Logarithmic chart.
Well then, looks like we're back.
We're back online, back and better than ever.
Oh god, this lighting is horrible.
Um,
It's not great. It is not.
it looks like when I put my pig up, it likes us better. When I put my pig down, it doesn't like us.
Pigs up.
up.
Pigs up. Oh man, I don't know what's happening with the lighting. I'm so sorry about that.
We'll figure out. Maybe we'll try using the other camera next time. See if anything changes. But anyways, for right now, let's go ahead and look at that chart. We have that in motion, I believe. Timothy.
I'm trying.
You're trying. Why are you trying? What you doing?
Because
For those of you who don't know and are trying to catch up, we're trying to look for a halving Logarithmic.
That's
chart.
not the word.
Logarithmic.
Logarithmic is
Logarithmic.
gonna be the word that we're.
Logarami. I'm gonna call it a logarami chart. Just kidding. Anyways, so Tim's theory that it's when it's halving, somewhere probably around February, we're gonna have a run.
So no, the halving happens in 2020 if I'm not mistook.
2020 is like
May. Excuse me. Yeah, away. It should be May that it starts to do some crazy numbers. And then it happens in 2020, the actual halving.
So crazy numbers in May of 2020. Is that what I'm hearing?
I believe that's what this chart is telling me. So, just looking at the charts, I guess, usually the year before the halving occurs, we see, some significant gains.
Right.
And then even after, the gains kind of sustain themselves for a little while. So the theory is based on this chart here. Again, about a year before the halving is set to occur, we should start going on that bull run. Out of all of the different theories and factors that come into play, this is probably one of the strongest ones based on Bitcoin's actual history. So we'll see what happens. Looks like there's a play button. I don't know what this does. Is that a thing? Nope. Okay.
It moved aside a little bit.
It did something. So anyways, I liked it better before. This is, I believe, the chart that we were asked to bring up. And so there she is. So all these comments are back from August of this year. But someone says, notice the symmetry between a halving and a sharp increase in price. The next date is estimated to be, this looks like it's supposed to be May 20th,
May 20th,
2022.
2022? What happened in 2020?
I read this wrong, apparently.
So is it like, are we like, okay, so what exactly is it that makes it to is there like a
it's built into
like
it's built into Bitcoin's code that the price that you get goes down. That's just how it works.
Right, but
That's
how are we determining this date? Because you're saying 2020, here we're seeing 2022. Is it based off this chart and we're picking up this day? Like
I'm not an expert in the actual.
I'm gonna have to look into some more into this because I like to
underlying
understand.
Blockchain.
Yeah, no,
actual technologies. So
listen, man, I gotta be in for this halving like a cashew. It's funny. I'm watching animals smell different foods and they're like freaking out.
Why is this happening?
Scrolling the internet. Internet happens.
What are our comments looking like? You're at work right now, young lady.
I am working. Working's fun. So here we have Oscar. Hi, all. When is a deep dive on Apollo coming?
Oof.
So, deep dive on Apollo. We were kind of mentioning that earlier. We are going to reach out to the community manager. Haven't done too much back and forth yet. Whenever that back and forth comes up, that's when we'll probably get some more in-depth information regarding Apollo.
Because I have questions.
Yeah, there's just some questions. Not necessarily about the FUD that's coming out, but more so overall general questions. Because we like to do our own research, kind of like how we mentioned in the past. Based on our research, there's a lot of what-if factors that have been coming up. And after we get those what if factors straightened out, either with the community manager or whoever we can speak on Apollo, that will come into play, I want to say. So, yeah, just some more communication needs to be done on both parties. And eventually we will have a deep dive on Apollo, and we'll have some more insight for you guys regarding the company, what they do, things like that. So yeah, that's my intake on that one.
I like it.
You like it? I like it too. What we are doing soon, this is kind of our upcoming project, and Apollo may or may not come before this. I don't know when this is happening. I think is it next week that you're leaving? Next weekend?
No.
Weekend after?
The weekend after that.
Yeah, weekend after. Yeah, so we're going to be doing some stuff with XYO. XYO will be flying out to, or well, Tim will be flying out. I won't be flying out. I'll be here doing our live streams, but Tim will be flying out to San Diego to do a interview with XYO, get some information with them, talk with them, and do a deep dive video with XYO. We've been following XYO for a while now. We have a lot of our viewers that do a lot of XYO, whether they are investors for XYO, or they purchase their token and they have equity, whatever it is that you do with XYO. So whenever that comes into play, we'll also have that video out for you guys. Gonna do a little editing whenever we do that interview. Yeah, so there is now an active developer in the Telegram now. For questions, I'm excited about sharing it. Should have come this quarter. Can't wait to develop on XTO. Yay. Go Timothy. Congrats. XYO. Yes. So a lot of things coming into play, guys. Just, be patient with us. Got a lot of things going on. Tim's got our chart pulled up here. Gonna go over our chart a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Tron.
Tron. I think it went up like 134%, if I'm not mistaken.
150, but who's counting?
Who's counting? I like to count.
It did a lot. Let me see what the peak was. So from yonder to approximately yonder was 195% in 34 days time. So just over a month.
34 days time.
So.
Wow. How interesting.
Excuse me, golly. So, Tron has been just on a tear lately. I would have did well to just take it all out and put it in Tron, honestly, because, wow. But congrats, anybody who was holding Tron from here or here. You did well. You did well. So, here's where everything kind of took several dumps and went down. Who knew Tron was gonna come back so strong? That's crazy. Even from here to here, you got 50% in 2 days. That's crazy. So so Tron's just been doing a lot lately in terms of the gains. Really something there.
I see that. Everyone's year to date is not where it should be, quote unquote.
Tell that to Tron.
So I can't. Well, what's their year to date? Because if I'm not mistaken, what are they? Where are they right now?
They're Gucci, 55%.
55% up.
Right now, at this exact moment, 43% year to date.
43%. How? What? Okay.
They're Gucci.
What's their
okay.
number at?
Their what? What?
Their number. What's their number at?
What do you mean?
Like their cost, their value.
Like 3 cents, 2 cents, not even.
3 cents, 2 cents. Where? Because I don't remember how much it was.
A penny. Oh, when you got in, no, probably like 30 cents.
Yeah, like 30. That's what I'm saying. Like it was like way up there.
Yeah, but year to date though, we're talking about from the beginning of January until now, they are kicking butt.
Okay, yeah, I'm somewhere where that really tall line is all the way up there. Like that line.
Well, the reason why I didn't bring up my normal chart like for Binance is because we drew on it a lot. Hold on. Where are you? We drew on it a lot. So.
Oh yeah.
We're
Look
in
at those lines.
we were in China a long while ago. Back around this time frame ish. So you can't even.
Those were the glory days.
There's like a bunch of lasers. I have a lot of different targets. I used to do a lot of back and forth trading Tron. So this looks like absolutely nothing, but then you get into like a 15 and you can see all my different lines, and
you can see something's happening.
They still the lines are still holding up though from where they previously were, as far as like levels that it comes down to. So that's the danger zone right there. So anyways, quick recap of everything we talked about here tonight. Kick is challenging the SEC that they are in fact not a security,
and they are a utility instead.
They are a utility instead because there's a thing that you can use it with.
Are you pulling up the story?
Just going over some of the stuff we already talked about. John McAfee is in fact crazy. I feel like
John McAfee is in fact crazy.
He's on a boat. That's basically the news.
He's on a boat.
I'm gonna pull up one last story from Cointelegraph that I found interesting. Oh, supposedly the boys over there at Van Eck pulled their ETF, so they don't even want a Bitcoin ETF anymore.
Really?
Did you hear about that?
No, I did not.
Oh, let me see if I can find that.
Didn't know about that.
Okay. Yeah, I was reading that the other day. So this story is about why it's actually good for the crypto industry. So no ETF in Q1 2019. According to Van Eck, it is the ongoing partial government shutdown in the U.S. that led them to withdraw their Bitcoin ETF filing. The SEC had already delayed its decision on the Van Eck ETF filing twice in 2018. Before that, the commission had rejected 9 ETF applications, citing concerns related to Bitcoin market manipulation. But now, with 90% of its staff furloughed, the commission had more reasons to either delay or reject Van Eck's ETF filing. So, I don't know. It seems a little fishy. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like a lot of these big industry players are just kind of. I don't even know. I don't know. Cause like okay, like let's say right, I'm Van Eck and we're gonna do a Bitcoin ETF. That means that we have to hold actual Bitcoin, right?
Right.
So if the news of them trying to get this ETF and being denied like all these times kept bringing the price down and down and down,
right?
But they were accumulating over that time frame. Then they pull out, and Bitcoin is about to start going up again because they. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not going to be any more FUD about them because they're not there no more. Maybe that's a little manipulation-ish.
Manipulation-ish?
That's a word.
Sure, it's a word. But yeah, I get your gist. You're right. A little fishy. Makes sense. I don't know. I feel like...
No, I'm not saying unequivocally Bitcoin's definitely going to go up. I'm just saying.
Right. I don't think it's good. If it does go up, I don't think it would be by much. I don't know how much people are aware of all this going on.
The CBOE. That's like the Chicago Board of...
Executives?
Outside exchanges. I don't know.
Outside exchanges.
It's something about Chicago, though. I can tell you that much. I should probably know that, but drunk crypto. Here we are. So, anyways, yeah. Van Eck has apparently, pulled out their application. They withdrew it. Thank you, Security Exchange Commission. But we're gonna take our talents to South Beach or whatever the kids are saying these days.
Well,
So it's the shutdown, as it seems, gave Van Eck a perfect excuse to voluntarily delay its ETF launch. That's what I think it was. I think that it's just an excuse. I don't think that was like the actual. They were just like, oh, the shutdown, we're gonna pull out. Like, I don't understand. Like, because regardless, though, that means it's gonna take longer for it to. So they just delayed themselves, regardless of how that panned out. Whether they got a yes or no.
So when did they pull out though?
This is a couple days ago.
Because if I'm not
January 23rd. This was a few days ago.
Okay. So that was before the 3-week decision. Okay.
Yes. So.
Well, I don't know. It's probably an excuse. You're right, because it was only certain parts of the government that were effective. Was that part of the government even affected?
A little bit, but like.
It was gonna come back regardless.
It'll be fine.
It's not. Yeah, stranger. I've seen stranger things, but here we are. What can you do? Let's see here.
There's so many stories on Cointelegraph. I'm trying to find the one I was reading earlier. What was that bank that Jerome had been mentioning? There was some bank that was like, it's like crypto backed or something like that. That's like new coin something. It's in the chat.
Are you talking about Vault Bank?
No. Hold up.
Because I had mentioned that early in our last chat regarding Vault Bank and
not that one. Hold up.
You'll have to pull it up. I'm not sure.
Token Union. There we go.
Token Union. That one I don't know. A union, a token, that's a union.
So, Token Union is apparently like a bank for your crypto. And you get rewarded for holding crypto is their little tagline. It's based on the Union protocol. And, I mean, the mock-up images here looks like it's like a regular bank. I don't know. It looks cool. Looks like one of your sophisticated, savings accounts that you... I don't think so. I don't think so.
They're not accredited.
Probably not.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about a not accredited bank. Do they have any like what's making me want to be part of this bank and give it my money? Like, what is
Well, I'll tell you, it's a better way to store your crypto. Sound like I'm doing a commercial.
Right, but like
no, so you get you put basically you put your crypto into a contract and then you're getting rewarded back in that same crypto. So like if it's XRP, if it's Qtum, if it's BTC, whatever it is. And then when you want to take your money out, you have to pay a fee in their token. And then everybody on the network gets part of those fees. So it's kind of cool a little bit.
So
they also claim to be completely decentralized. So
okay, so and I'm just this is a trust based I'm assuming process. Like I'm supposed to trust you to keep my cryptocurrency and not take it.
Well, no, because it's going into a contract, like a smart contract.
Okay.
And the way it would be written is, upon execute YZ.
Okay.
So I'm sure all of that is as transparent as it can be, for people who are able to read, smart contracts.
All right. Gotcha.
So it says joining the network. User deploys their holding contract to the Ethereum blockchain via the Token Union web interface and sends either ETH or ERC20 tokens to it. To withdraw, the user sends UNI tokens to their holding contract. Once sent, the user receives their stored tokens back into their wallet, and the fee is sent to the reward DAO for distribution.
Okay.
For redistribution, it says Uni tokens expended in the withdrawal fee are distributed proportionally among all token union network participants via the reward DAO. And Uni tokens are instantly convertible to all token union supported tokens via Bancor. So you can then take the little rewards that everyone's getting and turn those into other tokens. As far as like everything else, I don't know. The way it's laid out and how it all looks. It looks really neat from these mock-ups, but I haven't actually used it. But I just thought that it was pretty neat because it's probably one of the closest things we have to like a savings account for crypto.
Right.
That looks as similar to a regular style bank account as you can get right now. It seems like it's a cool idea in terms of trying to get people who are used to how a regular checking and savings works to kind of get access to crypto a little bit. Obviously minus the debit card and all that. But it seems interesting. It's definitely something I'm going to keep my eye on and I want to look into a little bit more. That's just kind of wanted to bring that up there for a second. I'm going to check back in with the chat. Cheryl says the CEO is a child. Hold up.
The CEO is a child. Oh my god. He looks really young, I'm not gonna lie.
Looks like a baby.
Copeland. He's been in this industry for 5 years.
Hold on. We're gonna go to his LinkedIn.
Is it a real LinkedIn?
He looks like a baby.
I mean, hey, why not? Vitalik was a baby when he got into this.
Oh, he used to work for Genius. That's cool. The lyrics website.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's nifty. What?
He was an intern. Okay. He went to NYU? I mean, it looks like a real...
How old is your age, sir?
It looks like a real... he looks like a legit person.
He's going to make me do this the hard way. Hold on.
He looks legitimate. He looks like a legit kid.
I'm not going to show you guys my Googling methods, but I'm going to find him. Don't worry about it.
He's going to find him.
Shane Copeland, I will find you.
He's a kid. He is a kid. He's definitely... I don't want to say he's a... He looks 8. Cheryl.
Nah, he looks very young.
She's the one who said he's a child. Because he looks like he's 8.
Is this him? Hold on. Is this his Facebook already?
Oh my gosh. Is that it? No way. What does it say?
Do they look the same?
It is. I think it is him. Hold on. You have to go back to the picture of him. Okay. Go to the That is him. Look at the eyebrows. That's the same kid. He looks like a prodigy. What if that's a child prodigy? He's like one of those kids who graduated like high school at 11.
All right, so
that's what he looks like.
We already found his Facebook, and this is why I don't like showing my Googling methods.
That is so funny.
So he lives in Manhattan.
Yeah, he's in Manhattan. Do you know Shane?
I don't have the tool anymore that lets me.
Social life. I mean.
Well, a lot of people's Facebooks, you can't see all their stuff unless you're friends with them, but...
I don't know. If he has that picture up as his profile picture, he doesn't really have a social life.
Well, we're going to be friends. Well, it could just be a funny thing. Could just be like a, haha, look at this picture. It's funny.
Maybe. But anyways, that's interesting. So,
I want to know how old he is, though. We're gonna find out right now. I just sent him a friend request. If I have to ask him, I'm gonna ask him. But we're gonna find out how old he is.
Not 8, Cheryl. He honestly looks like a child. He looks like a child prodigy, though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm being completely honest with you. He looks like one of those kids who graduated like high school at 11, became a doctor by 17.
Became a doctor. You're silly.
I'm serious. Well, there was someone the other day who became a doctor at like a ridiculous like age. By the time they were like 23, they had like their doctorates in like something, and I'm like, what? It's crazy. Wow, I feel like I'm one of the only person who don't get excited over baby posts. I don't get excited over baby posts.
Here's a picture of him on a panel talking about stuff, looking all official and whatnot, with the Timbs on.
He looks amused. I like his pants. He looks look, everyone's in like suits and stuff. He's in like ripped jeans, a leather jacket, and some Tim boots and some Timberlands.
You gotta give it to him. You know, he's his own person.
He's his own person. That's cool.
He doesn't. You know, he's not changing for the world.
What was that form for? Did it say?
Something at the World Blockchain.
So he's a
something.
Okay, so he's an active blockchain community member. I'm assuming. I wonder what they have at those events.
I want to know how old you are. I'm gonna find out. 'Cause you look like a baby.
You can't find his date of birth or like when was this person born or. Like,
I'm working on it.
Don't worry, guys. We're gonna find this guy. We're gonna see who he is.
I always find him.
I always find him. Internet's a great place, if you know how to use it. That's cool. A digital gun.
What?
It's digital. It tells you how many bullets you have. There's a magazine in there.
Nope.
There's an app for it.
Don't want it. Don't want
There's
it.
There's an app for that. That's actually very funny. It's called Smart Slide.
I don't want it.
That's neat.
Don't want it. We're not even gonna pull it up. Anyways, I'm gonna find this later because if not, I'll be locked in all night. But yeah, apparently he's a person and he's very, very.
I hope he's a person. Yeah. So
Sam's says XRP is at a very something level. Looks like it's gonna go from where it's at right now down to 295, and then it's gonna grow some money wings. Okay, it's gonna go ahead and pull up TradingView here. I'm trying to see these money wings for XRP. I just lost some the other day. We're not going to talk about it. Everything's fine.
Oh no.
I was trying to do.
You don't want to talk about it?
No, I was trying to do a review of a specific service. We're still in email communications now, so I'm not gonna. I was trying to do a review of a specific service, and something ended up happening, and we're gonna figure it out. Okay, so I'm looking at this chart right now, Sam's. All right, see ya. Have a great night. So Sam's, I'm looking at this chart right now. Can you tell me what it is that you're seeing on this chart that is telling you it's go time? And let me know if you need the 4-hour or what chart you prefer. But I want you to tell me what you're looking at that tells you it's time to rock and roll, so I can know to maybe double down where I'm at right now. Want your opinion there.
What's your opinion?
I want to leave this up. Can you pull up the chat for me if you don't mind?
Sure.
Appreciate that. Anything yet? Nothing yet. All right.
Nope,
Well,
Sam's hasn't said anything, but
I'll give you a few seconds there, bud.
maybe he'll come up.
Yeah, with XRP, we had that super nice run up,
Strong daily
and it's
resistance
just
that's
been.
been respected since it's been released. Descending high triangle.
I can kind of see that. Daily resistance. Let's zoom out of that.
Descending high triangle.
So you have it at 295. I can kind of see that. Either way, there's not much more lower. I would say that we're gonna go with XRP. But I can kind
He
of see
said, draw
that
the line from the bottom. It's angling right now. There's a trend line.
from the bottom. So I'm assuming you mean sort of like that. Tuck that up a little bit. Is that what we're talking about? Oh, I hate when that happens. Oh, there's no way to fix it. Oh, God. And it didn't save my last couple. Whatever. Here we go. Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. He says, yep.
That I can see it. Now where we go from here, I'm not sure, but we can definitely see that previously. Anytime we've hit off that, there's been, kind of a bounce up a little bit. Now this one right here is small, but then it gets, bounces off that same line again, goes back up. And then here was another one. This was one of the better parts of my XRP experience in December. Okay. Okay. So if you're saying XRP soon, I can see why you would say that. It does make sense to me. Regardless, I hold my XRP. Love it, love it. I'm in here for
Love it.
I'm in here for a while.
Love the XRP.
So besides XRP, which I mean we talk about, Ripple News XRP here a lot on Bits and Tokens. Besides that, what other coins are you guys looking at right now? What else has caught your eye, and maybe you might be holding a few bags of?
My personal eyes.
What bags are you holding? Because I know on Binance you've got some stuff in there from a while ago.
Holding XRP.
Mm-hmm.
I still have Tron.
Yeah.
I sold my Bitcoin Cash.
For a profit?
Yeah, until that goes back up somewhere, some way, some shape, form. Wow.
Got you.
Believe it or not, and I'm holding Ethereum on Robinhood. I've had it since like I started investing on Robinhood. I never sold it. I bought in at like 600. It's still there. It's just sitting there, just chilling. So there's that. That's about it. Haven't really branched off.
Looks like in the chat, Cheryl's asking about MTH. Are you talking about Monetha?
Monetha.
I don't know. I don't know if that's how I'm supposed to pronounce it, but that's how I have always pronounced it, just because it sounds very sassy. My name is Monetha.
Sounds that way.
And I don't take no guff.
What?
I just want to know if that's the one that she's referring to. I don't Yetha? LOL. I don't have a formal opinion on Monetha. It hasn't made enough waves for me. And if you're not controversial in some way, what are you trying to change? Supposedly it's censorship resistant, which is cool, but anything that's on a blockchain kind of technically is censorship resistant.
This is the funniest
it's
thing
on a
I've
blockchain.
literally ever seen. There's an there's an Arabian guy. It's the Arabian The Voice, and I don't know if he's singing or just taking a giant hit or what's the case, but he's literally just. I think I'm so confused. I think it's a meme, but it's really funny.
Anyways, Drunk Crypto, you guys.
Sorry,
yeah,
I get sidetracked sometimes, guys.
I don't know what. No one talks about them a lot like that. You don't hear about them in the news. They're not really making any waves. Here's the thing about the coins that you hear about the most. Those are, for the most part, going to be your safe bets, because when the Wall Street Journal is looking to do a story on something, they're not going really far down the top 15 list. You know what I mean? To write a story. They're keeping it as far as like the top, whoever people. So when like mass adoption comes, it's going to be a lot of those top coins that really.
Right. Yeah, very rare you're going to see anything besides, outside of that general clout. Well, I mean, because there's companies like is Stellar in the top 15?
Sure
they are,
is.
Right?
They're in the top 10.
What other company? Because it's very rare. It depends. The company literally has to make like a big bang, like hello, I'm here, kind of thing for you to be talked about if you're not in the top 15 coins.
Right. Or be changing something like ridiculous.
Right.
Like XYO, for example, is on every advertisement. I even watch like other people's crypto videos, and while they're surfing the net, like I see XYO ads. Like they're literally
XYO
everywhere.
Ads are everywhere. They're ruthless. They're everywhere.
So regardless of whether or not they're in like the top however many coins, it's a coin that is gonna, as long as they don't totally bomb out, like they're gonna last. But other coins, like you don't see them that much. So just kind of my 2 cents on that. Cheryl says, remember, I'm a gambler. I hear you.
I'm a gambler.
I hear you. Just, be careful.
Yeah, be careful, Cheryl. Don't want to gamble too much.
I would say definitely be careful. If you can afford to swing it, then go for it. Just be careful out there in these crypto streets. I think that's really all I had for this evening.
It hasn't been too much this evening in regards of news.
Yeah,
like this evening, it's in these past few
weekends are
weeks.
always slow for crypto.
Yeah, it is usually
and
slow.
we covered a bunch of stuff on our last stream anyway, so anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Any last thoughts there, pal?
thinking of. I think we're all set.
All right, guys. Don't forget to hit subscribe, like this video, hit the post notifications. Go to bitsandtokens.com/shop to get yourself some crypto swag, some
Support the cause, guys.
Bitcoin
Support
accepted
the
here
cause.
gear, shipping super fast, everything super fast, super nice stuff. We got phone cases for Samsung Galaxies, phone cases for all the iPhones. So show some support there.
Or buy a Bit Squad shirt.
Or buy a Bit Squad shirt and really show a whole bunch of support. Another thing that you can do if you need assistance with cryptocurrency is you can go to bitsandtokens.com/register. It's $9.95 per month. You can talk to one of us live 24/7. I do make people wake up sometimes. So, someone's always there for you if you need assistance with anything in the crypto world or just, kind of bounce an idea off of or what have you. $9.95 per month. We're there for you. Any other questions, leave it down in the comments section. Or if you're a member of our website already, go ahead and leave a comment on one of our articles there. Or reach out to us in the support page, bitsandtokens.com/support. Other than that, I think that's kind of everything.
Make sure to like, subscribe, share this video, and
share
definitely
it.
subscribe if you haven't done so.
Right.
Come back seeing us. We'll be here next Thursday at 9:30 p.m. sharp.
Eastern Standard
Time. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Annalise, and this is Tim, of course. See you guys next time.